Hi guys, JT here. Today I'm bringing you some information on the Humble Bundle All-Star Alliance Bundle of March 2026 to help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful, most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Pentiment, a narrative-driven mystery set in the 16th century Bavarian village, crafted with the historical precision and storytelling depth you would expect from Obsidian Entertainment. You step into the shoes of Andreas Meller, a journeyman artist caught in the middle of a high-stakes murder investigation at Curacao Abbey. As social and religious tensions of the Reformation simmer in the background, you must navigate the complex relationships of the local townspeople to find the true killer before an innocent friend pays the price. The experience is defined by your choices and how you manage your limited time. You don't have enough hours to follow every lead, meaning you must decide which suspects to interrogate and which stones to leave unturned. While it lacks traditional RPG combat or stat building, you shape Andreas by choosing his academic background and interests, which unlock unique dialogue options and influence how others perceive you. These decisions ripple across a 25-year timeline, allowing you to watch the village of Tassing evolve and suffer under the weight of history. Visually, you are treated to a stunning art style inspired by illuminated manuscripts and woodcuts. The game's masterful use of period-appropriate fonts communicates social status and education levels without a single word of voice acting. Though you might occasionally struggle to keep track of the sprawling cast as they age, the rich atmosphere and materialist storytelling create a profound sense of place. Pentiment is a brilliant haunting exploration of justice, class, and the indelible marks we leave on the world. At number 2 we have Mafia Trilogy, a comprehensive collection that bundles the definitive editions of 3 iconic crime dramas, spanning 40 years of organized crime in America. This package offers you the chance to experience the complete saga, from the 1930s Prohibition era in Lost Heaven to the 1960s racial tensions of New Bordeaux. The centerpiece is a ground-up remake of the original Mafia. You play as Tommy Angelo, a humble cab driver thrust into the Salieri crime family. The developers have meticulously rebuilt the world with modern lighting and high-definition detail, making the cinematic storytelling feel more immersive than ever. While the voice acting and script have been modernized, the game retains its linear, mission-focused heart, avoiding the bloated side quests found in many modern open-world titles. In Mafia 2, you step into the shoes of Vito Scaletta during the 1940s and 50s. This remaster focuses on sharp suits and a gripping narrative, though the updates are more subtle than the first game's total overhaul. Finally, Mafia 3 provides a gritty, military-grade revenge story through Lincoln Clay. While each entry has its own technical quirks and stylistic differences, they are united by a fantastic sense of atmosphere and period-authentic soundtracks. Whether you're navigating 1930s slums or engaging in high-stakes shootouts in an art gallery, the trilogy excels at world-building. For any fan of classic mob cinema, like Goodfellas or The Godfather, this collection provides an essential, atmospheric journey through the dark underbelly of the American dream. At number 3 we have Horizon Chase 2. In its most distilled form, the perfect modern arcade racer. It serves as a vibrant love letter to classic 90s coin-op titles, stripping away the complex baggage of modern simulations to focus on raw, breakneck speed. You're dropped into a world of fun and flair over realism, where the primary goal is to simply drive as fast as possible across beautifully stylized global locales. The gameplay centers on the World Tour mode, taking you through countries like Italy, Japan, and Brazil. You'll find the mechanics scaled back but highly refined. The controls are fundamental, often allowing you to tear through tracks without ever touching the brakes. While the experience feels almost on rails, you must still master skillful lane switching to avoid aggressive AI opponents and environmental hazards like sandstorms. Between races, you can level up your cars to improve stats like nitro and handling, or visit the garage to customize paint jobs and rims. You appreciate the addition of robust multiplayer options, including seamless drop-in, drop-out online play and 4-player local split screen. This makes it an ideal palate cleanser or a social experience rather than a grueling grind. While you might find it leans on the easier side and lacks deep story elements, its charm is undeniable. It provides a slick, satisfying rush that fits perfectly into short sessions. If arcades were still prevalent today, this will undoubtedly be your cabinet of choice for a high-speed, adrenaline-fueled getaway. And number 4 we have Tetris Forever, a comprehensive entry in Digital Eclipse's acclaimed Gold Master series, serving as a meticulously crafted interactive documentary that explores the 40-year legacy of the world's most iconic puzzle game. Rather than a mere software collection, it is a virtual museum experience. You're guided through a chronological timeline featuring over 90 minutes of high-quality documentary footage, archival photos, and personal interviews with creator Alexei Pajitnov and Hank Rogers. As you explore the history of how Tetris escaped the Soviet Union to become a global phenomenon, you can jump directly into playable versions of the games being discussed. The lineup includes rare gems like the original Electronica 60 version, the colorful Tetris Battle Gaiden, and several entries in the Bombless series. You will also encounter Tetris Time Warp, a brand new original game that challenges you to warp between different eras, shifting graphics and mechanics on the fly. While you might notice the absence of specific Nintendo-owned versions like the Game Boy or NES classics due to licensing, the curated selection remains deeply rewarding. You'll appreciate how the interface seamlessly blends education with entertainment, making the complex legal battles and design evolutions easy to digest. If you're looking for a definitive competitive Tetris suite, you might find some omissions, but as a historical tribute, Tetris Forever is an essential experience. It perfectly captures why these falling blocks remain a universal language, ensuring you understand why the magic of Tetris truly lasts forever. And number 5 we have Far Cry Primal Standard Edition, an open-world action-adventure that swaps the series' signature assault rifles for spears and clubs, transporting you to the brutal Stone Age of 10,000 BC. You play as Takar, a hunter from the Wenja tribe, fighting for survival in a breathtakingly beautiful yet lethal valley of Oros. Your primary goal is to rebuild your scattered tribe while fending off the cannibalistic Udam and the fire-worshipping Izila. The world of Oros is undeniably stunning, teeming with life and dangerous predators that truly make you feel like you're at the bottom of the food chain. You must gather resources to upgrade your village and craft primitive weaponry. The unique feature of this game is Beast Mastery, which allows you to tame wild animals like wolves, bears, and saber-toothed tigers to fight by your side. You also gain a prehistoric drone in the form of an owl to scout enemy camps and drop firebombs. However, beneath its unique prehistoric skin, the game relies heavily on the familiar Ubisoft tropes. You'll spend much of your time clearing icons off a cluttered map, capturing bonfires that serve as radio towers, and engaging in repetitive fetch quests. While the melee combat feels hefty and the setting is expertly researched, complete with a custom-built prehistoric language, the narrative often feels thin and secondary to the mechanical grind. If you enjoy the core loop of previous entries, you'll find plenty to do, even if the experience feels like a beautiful but overly familiar journey. And number 6 we have Dishonored 2, a thief-like immersive sim about magical assassins, set 15 years after the original game. You step into the role of either Empress Emily Caldwin or her father Corvo Attano, after a political coup forces you to flee Dunwall for the coastal city of Karnaca. Your primary mission is to dismantle the conspiracy and reclaim the throne through a series of high-stakes open-ended missions. The game excels by offering you a systemic sandbox where choice and consequence dictate every interaction. Whether you prefer the shadowy path of a pacifist or the chaotic trail of a lethal combatant, the world responds to your ingenuity. You have access to unique supernatural abilities granted by the Outsider. Emily can link enemies' fates with Domino, while Corvo can stop time or possess guards. These powers feel like physical laws within the world, rather than just flashy tools, allowing you to manipulate the simulation in surprising ways. Karnaca itself is a masterpiece of level design, trading the drab tones on Dunwall for a sun-drenched Southern European aesthetic that remains delightfully grimy beneath the surface. You'll encounter ingenious locations like the shifting Clockwork Mansion, which rewards vertical exploration and creative pathfinding. While the protagonist's internal dialogue can occasionally feel simplistic, the environmental storytelling and intricate mission hooks make the experience feel unified. You're presented with a rich, detailed world and frenetic action, proving it to be a premier example of the immersive sim genre that respects your intelligence. At number 7 we have State of Decay 2 Juggernaut Edition, a zombie survival simulator where you manage a community of survivors in an open world full of constant danger. Instead of just mowing down hordes, you focus on daily survival, scavenging supplies, maintaining your base, and keeping people alive. You begin with 3 survivors, each with unique traits, and expand your community by recruiting others. Every choice matters. Resources are always scarce, morale must be managed, and permadeath ensures mistakes have lasting consequences. One poor decision can unravel your entire group, creating an experience that feels both stressful and rewarding. A typical session has you juggling base upkeep, supply runs, responding to distress calls, and clearing infestations. Exploring abandoned houses, farms, and shops is tense and exciting. You never know if you'll walk away empty-handed or strike a jackpot of food, ammo, or building materials. Plague hearts and special zombies like screamers add extra danger, forcing you to prepare carefully before each outing. What makes State of Decay unique is how much story comes from your own experiences rather than scripted missions. Watching relationships form, characters clash, and morale rise or collapse creates personal narratives that feel more meaningful than any traditional plot. That said, technical issues, repetitive combat, and clear signs of the game's limited budget hold it back from greatness. Still, Juggernaut Edition with its updates and improvements makes this one of the most compelling zombie survival experiences you can play today. At number 8 we have Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, a dedicated sports title that attempts to translate the Wizarding World's iconic aerial game into a standalone competitive experience. While it successfully captures the magical atmosphere, it arrives as a mixed bag. You'll find that the game does an incredible job portraying the fictional sport, even if it isn't a wholly faithful reproduction of the books. For instance, the snitch is worth only 30 points, and catching it no longer ends the match, as games now play to a 100-point limit. The career mode takes you from Weasley's Burrow to the Quidditch World Cup, but the journey feels remarkably brief. You may find yourself grinding through the Hogwarts House Cup and Triwizard Tournament just to earn enough medals for progression. Content is thin, and the multiplayer mode can be a hit or miss. Because the action is constantly moving chaos, playing online with 5 other uncoordinated players often feels disjointed. Additionally, you lack total control over your preferred position during matchmaking, which may lead to frustration. However, the gameplay mechanics shine in specific roles. You might find playing as a beater to be absurdly fun, as you fly around pummeling opponents with bludgers or punching them off their brooms. This physical satisfaction makes the experience worth recommending despite the caveats. If you're okay with a little straying from the source material and a relatively short lifespan, this game offers a chaotic, high-flying good time that effectively brings the magic of the pitch to life. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is an absolute loot cave for anyone looking to level up their library. Dropping $18 for heavy hitters like the Mafia Trilogy, Pentiment, and Dishonored 2 is basically a cheat code for value. Whether you're grinding through State of Decay 2 zombies, or chasing snitch glorying in Quidditch champions, this lineup is all killer, no filler. It's a legendary teardrop that supports ESA, made your good game to humble for this massive win. Don't lag on it. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.